Today is Thursday, Parashat Behar Bechukotai. We're learning the Pirkei Avot, and today we learn a Mishnah from the 5th chapter that we will chant. God will be chanting, God willing, in our synagogue this coming Shabbat. So the Mishnah says, Arba midot badeot. There are 4 types of temperament. Noach lichos venoach lirtzot. There's a person who gets angry very easily, venoach lirtzot, but then he gets appeased very easily. Such a person, yatsa scharo be'efsedo. His gain, the fact that he gets appeased very easily, it's a gain, is offset by his loss, by the fact that he gets angered very easily. Our sages say that a person, nikar, is known bekiso, with his wallet, bekoso, with his cup, upkason, with his anger. Kiso is wallet, meaning like how generous he is or not generous, and how he relates to his money in general. Koso is his cup. When he becomes intoxicated, how does he act? Or how does he have self-control over how much he drinks? And when he drinks, what comes up to the surface? And kaso is his quality is also recognized with how he gets angry or doesn't get angry, how easily or not easily. So this Mishnah begins by saying a person who gets angered very easily and gets appeased very easily, his gain of being appeased easily is offset by his loss of getting angered all the time. So even though if he got appeased, he might again find a reason to get angry for something trivial afterwards. So that's why the gain is offset by the loss. Second type of temperament, kashe lichos vekashe lirtzot. A person who's very difficult to get angry. But once he gets angry, forget it. It might take a year or 2 or 3 years before he gets appeased. It's very hard to get appeased. Such a person, yatsa ifsedo bischaro. The fact that it takes a long time to get him appeased, offsets the fact that it takes a long time to get him angry. So again, it's a zero balance. He gets angry very hard to get him angered, but very hard to get him appeased. So no gain there, it's zero. Kashe lichos venoach lirtzot chasid. A person who's very difficult to get angry. It doesn't say that he never gets angry, because that's almost impossible. And there are times where a person has to show anger, to show how grave a certain behavior is. Let's say in educating a child, you can be very serene inside, but show anger in the sense that to show how serious that action that the child has done that was not proper, but always with self-control. Kashe lichos, in other words, rare to get him angry, and it's difficult to get him angry. And if he ever got angry, noach lirtzot, gets appeased very easily. Such a person is a pious person, he's a chassid. And finally, the one that is not good at all is noach lichos vekashe lirtzot rasha. A person who's very easy to get angry. He has a reaction that is as a short fuse, as they say. Every small little thing gets him angered, and if he gets angry, it's very difficult to get him appeased. Such a person is a rasha, is a wicked person. And anger is really something that is very negative to indulge in, if you wish, in a sense, because when a person gets angry, he loses control himself. He may say words that he may regret afterwards. He may even bring him to do averot because of his anger. But the fact that the Mishnah brings us these 4 types of temperament is also indicating to us that this is something that we have to work on ourselves. There are anger management classes sometimes, or sessions. In other words, it's something that a person can, over time, realizing his shortcomings, work on himself to improve himself, to get it to such a point where it's difficult to get him angry, and to train himself to be forgiving if he ever got angry, so that he'll be easily to be appeased, because that's what a person should strive for, to be kasher, nichos, difficult to get him angry, and to work on, if he gets angry, to be very easily appeased and to make peace. And then he will merit the title of chassid, of a person who's a pious person, and it will bring him more enjoyment in life, because when a person gets angry, it's not just the target of his anger that is affected. Actually, he himself is affected by allowing that anger to take over his serenity or his happiness, in a sense. Because when a person gets angry, it's something that comes on the inside. It's not just, in Chachmei Musar it says, if a person gets dirty on his body, he can wash himself. But when the anger goes inside, it takes over the inside, which will be, you cannot, to wash it off is difficult. It's more something to work on yourself, on the inside, in terms of to improve the tendency to get angry and improve the ability and the desire to forgive if a person got angry, to be appeased. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.